Okay, today we're down in the basement shop here on the workbench, and this is where I do an awful lot of my tackle rigging and my lure rigging. As you can see, I've got a bunch of lures that the hooks have gotten beat up over the course of the season, so I've taken them off and I'm going to re-rig them. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. These are my ocean lures, these are my RTS, these are the custom Riptide series tuna lures. And the nice thing about ocean lures is they give you a couple of different choices as far as hooks. When you buy the lure, you can buy it with either a single hook, a treble hook, or an offshore tuna hook. They also sell the hooks separately so that you can customize the same lure depending on what you're going to fish for. You don't really need a heavy offshore hook if you're going to be fishing for stripers and bluefish. It's a fair amount of money for this type of hook. It's necessary for the tuna, but it's a little overkill for your striped bass. When I'm fishing for smaller tuna, I find that the treble hook gives me a little bit better hookup ratio than the bigger hook. And then, of course, the hook that I don't have here right now is one of the lighter bass hooks. So I'm going to show you real quick how I go ahead and swap the hooks out on these lures for different applications. Okay, there's a lot of different split ring pliers out of the market. There are guys that'll spend $300–400 on machined aluminum split ring pliers. For my application, I just don't see spending that much money on them, but I don't want to buy a cheap set either. These pliers right here are made by a company called Texas Tackle. I think I paid around $20–25 at the local tackle shop. They're machined finish. They come in two different sizes. I have these, and over here I have a smaller version for freshwater hooks and so forth. But these ones right here with the green handle are what I use most of the time for my heavy saltwater work. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to find the end of the split ring, which is right there on the top. I'm going to move back about 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to take a bite with my split ring pliers like so. Now I've opened up the split ring. I'm going to take my lure and I'm just going to feed it in like so onto the split ring where the gap I've created. Now it's hanging there. I'm going to take my split ring pliers and run them into the split ring, but I'm not going to take a bite on them with the point. I'm just going to use them like a pair of needle nose pliers now. And as I keep grabbing and rotating, the split ring goes right on. And the split ring comes off the lure exactly the same way. Removing the split ring is exactly the same steps, just in reverse of how we just put them on. Now let's assume that this was an old hook, it's rusty, it's beat up, and we need to change it. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the end of the split ring. We're going to take a bite with the pliers right there, so we open it up, and we're going to move the lure around so that we have the split ring over the edge of the lure, and we're just simply going to walk that split ring by taking little bites with the pliers, letting go and grabbing, and letting go and grabbing, and off it comes. And now we'd throw away our rusty hook, and we'd go ahead and we'd put on our new hook.